Hello, this is my 15th lecture on matrices. I am Ms. Ranjana Datta from the Department of Mathematics, the Graduate School College for Women. Today we will discuss about the eigenvalues and eigenvector. Let A is equal to Aij n cross n, that is a square matrix, be any n-rowed square matrix, and let lambda is an lambda and lambda is an indeterminate. The matrix A minus lambda I is called the characteristic matrix of A, where I is the unit matrix of order n. Then A minus lambda I, the mod or determinant of A minus lambda I, can be written as A11 minus lambda, A12, and up to A1n, and as you can see on the screen, which is an ordinary polynomial in lambda of degree n, because you can see each row there is lambda, and if we find the determinant of this matrix, that is A minus lambda I, it will be a maximum power of n. So if we collect the powers, we get this is a matrix of degree n, is called the characteristic polynomial of A. The equation determinant A minus lambda I is equal to 0 is called the characteristic equation. When the determinant of this matrix is equal to 0, we call it as a characteristic equation of A, and the root of this equation is called the characteristic root or characteristic values or eigenvalues or latent root or proper values of the matrix A. When we solve this, we can get the values of lambda, that is known as the characteristics values, characteristic root or eigenvalues, etc. etc. If lambda is a characteristic root of the matrix A, then A minus lambda I determinant is equal to 0, and the matrix A minus lambda I is singular. Therefore, there exists a non-zero vector such that A minus lambda I into x is equal to 0, which can be written as Ax is equal to lambda x. So, characteristic vector, what is a characteristic vector? This x is known as the characteristic vector. If lambda is the characteristic root of an n cross n matrix A, then a non-zero vector x such that Ax is equal to lambda x is called the characteristic vector or eigenvector of A, corresponding to the characteristic root lambda. Now, algebraic and geometric multiplication of a characteristic root. If lambda 1 is the characteristic root of order R of the characteristic equation A minus lambda I mod equal to 0, then order t, then t is called the algebraic multiplication, algebraic multiplicative of lambda 1. If S is the number of linearly independent eigenvectors corresponding to the eigenvalues lambda 1, then S is called the geometric multiplicity of lambda 1. In this case, the number of linearly independent solution of A minus lambda I lambda 1 into I into x is equal to 0 will be S, and the matrix A minus lambda 1 I will be of rank n minus S. The geometric multiplicity of a characteristic root cannot exceed the algebraic multiplicativity, that is r is always less than or equal to s is always less than or equal to t. When we do the problem, it will be clear. Now, some theorem. The characteristic root of a Hermitian matrix are real. Are real. The characteristic root. Let A be a Hermitian matrix. Lambda be the characteristic root of A, and x be the corresponding eigenvector. Then Ax is equal to lambda x. Again I am saying, suppose A is a matrix which is Hermitian. Lambda is the characteristic root of A, and x be the corresponding eigenvector. X is the vector x1, x2, xn, such as. Then Ax is equal to lambda x. Pre-multiplying both sides by x to the power theta. So x to the power theta Ax is equal to lambda x theta into x. We did x theta. What is x theta? I explained earlier also. Taking conjugate transpose, x theta means conjugate transpose, or transpose conjugate is known as x theta. Taking conjugate transpose on both sides, we get x theta ax, the theta is equal to lambda x theta x, the theta. So x theta and a theta, then x theta, the theta, it comes from the last to first. And here lambda, since lambda is a constant, x theta can be written as lambda bar x theta into x theta, the theta. So x theta a, because A is a Hermitian matrix, that's why a theta is equal to A, and we know x theta to the power theta is equal to x. So we can write x theta ax is equal to lambda bar x theta into x. So from 2, 3, we can get lambda x theta into x is equal to lambda bar x theta into x. So lambda minus lambda bar x theta x is equal to 0. But x is not a zero vector. Therefore, x theta x is not equal to 0. Therefore, a lambda minus lambda bar is equal to 0. That is, lambda is equal to lambda bar. When lambda is equal to lambda bar, that means the values are real. When the values are real, then only lambda will be equal to lambda bar, and consequently lambda is real. So this is a very important theorem. Next, another thing is given, which is also very important. The characteristic root of a real symmetric matrix are all real. This is the continuation of the first we did here. If the elements of a Hermitian matrix A are all real, if A is a real matrix, then A is a real symmetric matrix. Thus, a real symmetric matrix is Hermitian, and theorem, the result follow. From the above theorem, the result follows. Now, the characteristic root of a skew Hermitian matrix are either pure imaginary or zero. Suppose A is a skew Hermitian matrix. We also did skew matrix, Hermitian matrix earlier. Then IA is Hermitian. Let lambda be the characteristic root of A. Then AX is equal to lambda x. Taking I on both sides, IAX is equal to I lambda into x. From this, um, it follows that I lambda is the characteristic root of IA, which is Hermitian. Hence, I lambda is real. Therefore, either lambda must be 0 or purely imaginary. That case, I lambda will be real. So, next theorem, the characteristic root of a unitary matrix are of unit modulus. In case we know the A will be a unitary matrix if A theta A is equal to I. Let lambda be the characteristic root of A. Then Ax is equal to lambda x. Taking conjugate transpose on both sides, Ax the theta is equal to lambda x the theta. This becomes x theta A theta into lambda bar x theta. From 2, 1 and 2 we get multiplying both sides by ax, we get from multiplying 1 and 2 on both sides, we get x theta into a theta into ax is equal to lambda bar x into lambda x theta into x. And since A is a unitary matrix, then collecting A theta and A, we can say that this is equal to I. So x theta I x is equal to lambda bar lambda x theta into x. So x theta into x is equal to lambda bar into lambda into x theta into x, which follows that x theta into x into lambda bar minus 1 is equal to 0. Since x theta into x is not equal to 0, therefore lambda bar minus 1 is equal to 0, or lambda bar is equal to 1. So we can write lambda modulus the square is equal to 1. So, student, today this much only. Thank you.